I'm Fred Mills and I love construction. As a journalist, I've spent years looking into every corner of this amazing industry. I've explored inside nuclear fusion reactors, famous landmarks, iconic skyscrapers, and chatted to billionaire innovators, all in my quest to lift up and showcase how amazing this industry is and highlight how it shapes our world. But while we're surrounded by proof of what construction can do, I'm now on a mission to get it to achieve something very different.
I'm taking you up here to show you something really cool. Wow, look at that view. If you want an example of how amazing construction is, just walk up to Greenwich Park in London. See so much of this city, it's incredible. Over there is Shard, tallest building in the UK. City of London, 22 Bishopsgate, which is the second tallest building in the UK. And then Canary Wharf in the background, which has just exploded over recent years. 30 years ago, that was just one tower that had just gone up, one Canada Square. It's just so much in one view, so much of this city's development, so much history, and so much of what this industry is capable of, you know, from infrastructure to civic centres, skyscrapers, heritage. It's all here in front of you. Bring your kids up to Greenwich Park, honestly, it's awesome. But as amazing as this industry is, there's a crisis going on amongst its people. You know, here in the UK, on average, 2 people take their own lives in construction every day. I mean, it's a shocking statistic, one that I didn't really know about, and one that I've still struggled to get my head around. But it doesn't have to be like that. You know, it's very simple, I think, for us to take the first step. We're not talking about making sure everyone goes on a mental health first aid course or asks each other how they're doing all the time, because it doesn't come naturally, especially to guys. It's not about another initiative or another marketing thing around mental health. It's about taking basic steps at grassroots among the industry. If we can do that, if we can help our people do better in the industry, that changes everything. It enables us to attract the best talent. It enables us to appear compassionate and welcoming. It shows that we're a sector that cares about physical safety as well as mental safety. It puts the two on a par. And our people, this industry runs on its people. Our people will be better enabled to tackle all those things like climate change, supply chain issues, material innovation, all that stuff. We can do this, we can make it happen. We just need to take that first step.
I'm meeting up again with Chris, who I spoke to in the last episode. I want to hear from him what it is about the structure of the construction industry that causes people trouble and what the industry can do to improve.
What is it, to your mind, what are the ingredients that are making construction so predisposed to this issue?
Well, one of the things that we've got clear published evidence on is that those people working in roles where they've got lower control in their roles, you're at an even higher risk of dying by suicide. The practical implications of working in the industry in Australia, and I imagine this is similar in other countries as well too, there can be very long working hours. And that can lead to direct hardships in terms of maintaining the social connections, those connections that actually do normally keep us safe. We also know, I often use the analogy of a city skyline. If you think of a building and no building, no building, that's almost like you've got periods of work, no work, work, no work, periods of money coming in and then not. Can lead to real trouble in terms of how you manage your household finances. And we know that these are some of the very basic things that are prevalent in the industry and then can impact people in terms of their mental well-being and sadly suicide. So Mates was set up back in about 14 years ago. We started, it was an idea that came from people in the industry. There's too many deaths by suicide. There's something going wrong here. And at that point, they got Griffith University in Australia to do a piece of research. What that actually showed was that of the workers that were dying by suicide in the industry, 93% of them hadn't connected to formal services, to the help that's available to to doctors, to counsellors. And we realised that that was the opportunity to make a real difference. I'm pleased to say that we do research with the University of Melbourne, and the really good thing that that's actually shown is that the rates of suicide across the construction industry are coming down. So we know we're on the right track. We know we're having real impacts across the industry, but we also know there's more work to do.
What are you most hopeful for? What are you most optimistic about where this issue is heading?
The thing that I'm most optimistic about is the fact that workers keep stepping forward to take on the program. Volunteers on site that are actually going to help people get the help they need when they need it. So those construction workers that are looking after their mates at work, they also belong to footy clubs or other sporting clubs or churches. I reckon the thing that I love most about this industry is that most people don't realise it is one big community. Even though it's a massive industry, the way everyone actually does know so many people, and they care about the people they work with. They care about their mates. And that's one of the things that I think is really special about construction. And people miss that it is actually a genuine community of people who enjoy working together. They enjoy their work and they enjoy working together.
Speaking to Chris has made me realise there are small steps the industry can take to have a huge impact. And if we all take the time to look out for our friends and colleagues, then change will come. Now, just in case you're thinking, well, all this is a nice idea, but it'll never catch on, let's take a little trip down memory lane. Only a few decades ago, construction sites looked like this. Compared to today, PPE was non-existent, and the term health and safety was almost unheard of. That's unthinkable today, but only thanks to years of campaigning. In the UK in 1981, there were 7.9 fatal injuries per 100,000 construction workers, 4 times the national average. Today, it's 1.6. It's still one of the worst performing industries, and that number is of course far too high. But it just goes to show how far we've come. If we can do this to improve our physical safety, then there's no reason why we can't do the same for our mental well-being too. I've come to meet Steve. He saw the need for those social connections that Chris talked about and started Construction Sport, a charity which helps create bonding opportunities for people in the industry and gives them a chance to have some fun.
So, Steve, what is Construction Sport?
Construction Sport is pretty much we're charity based now in the UK. It's all about giving construction workers the opportunity to enjoy themselves, really, let their hair down for the benefits of mental health, but physical health obviously benefits with it as well.
And the idea is you're bringing people together outside of normal jobs.
Yeah, that's it. So what we've realised, I'm a ground worker at heart, but we just want an opportunity to enjoy ourselves. And if you can get people away from that day to day on the tools or in the office, whatever you're doing, and then an environment where people can just let their guard down a bit, you create the opportunity for people and enjoy it. And sport is scientifically proven to benefit people in that way. We just need opportunity. The military do it, fire brigade do it, the police service do it, ambulance service, the banking sector, all have organisations that oversee sport. And we're bigger than all of them, and we don't.
Getting people off construction sites into a different environment.
Yeah.
What reaction do you see to that? How do you see people change?
It's just a bit of freedom from the world. It's just that whole, we all done it as kids, a lot of us running around with it full time in the playgrounds. You just literally vent and your aggression and everything you've got, put it into the playground. But now, that playground doesn't, unless you create it for yourself, it's not there. And that's what I see with a lot of sports and hobbies in general. I say sport is what does it for us, but if you're into knitting, if you're into like anything, tiddlywinks, you know what I mean? If it's a hobby or an interest, you keep it up. And you realise, I'm not actually on my own here, are you? And that whole kind of problem shared, problem halved sort of thing, it goes out and people realise, I'm not the only one actually.
Yeah. Got stressed up. Oh, like that.
So there's one guy that we done it, the one that probably always sticks to me, didn't see it coming really, but I was training in the gym one morning and then the lad who worked in the gym, who I know through the rugby world, he said to me, I said to him, can you play in a few weeks' time? We're playing. And I said, we need a prop, we need a big lump. And he's that man. And he said, cool, Steve. He said, whenever that fixture is, just let me know, I'm there for you. And I just realised, I thought to myself, straight away, I was like, happy days. And he said, you don't realise what you've done for me in the last match. And I was like, mate, brilliant. I didn't ask him. And he said, do you remember when you sent me that message to play 2 years prior to that? I said, yeah. He said, well, I was about to do something very silly. His phone literally bleeped. He looked at it and went, oh, the boys need me the weekend. I don't want to let them down. It snapped him out of this dark place he was in at the time. And that's what I think as men, having that escapism from the world by going and doing some sport helps massively.
Someone that's feeling like they're struggling with their mental health at the minute in construction, someone that's in that place, and you know, we've all been there. What would your advice be? What would you say to them?
Probably along the lines of, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go making any silly mistakes or these decisions that can't be reversed. You feel like it's the end of the world, and it really isn't. It's like you're still here, you're enjoying yourself, everything can be repaired.
Yeah.
Talk to people closest to you, get on a support line.
But that's the serious undertone, isn't it? What we're saying is we're not asking everyone to become mental health experts or ask everyone how you're feeling all the time, but that question of, are you right, mate? It's as simple as, you know, are you okay today, mate? You don't seem yourself. And it's a positive thing, isn't it? Like we're saying, like, you know, we don't want everyone just to go out and start talking about, ask each other all how they're feeling in a very kind of forced way. Yeah. It's people dying all the time in construction because of this issue. Yeah. It's a shocking issue. Just kind of normalising the conversations a bit is a positive thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You've covered this from 2016 now. You've watched construction mental health for a few years. What do you feel most positive about now when you look at this? Because there's a lot of negatives, but what are you optimistic about?
The people all day long, especially the people on the ground pushing it in the offices. It's not just site staff, but everyone. The industry is made up with some incredible people, and people give it hope. And I think I've heard it before. So if you've got hope, if everything fails, but you've got a little bit of hope, I really think it'll repair itself.
Steve's optimism and positivity really give me hope. The camaraderie you get from playing with a team helps so many people let off steam and get a sense of perspective. It goes to show that managing your mental health doesn't need to be daunting.
Anyone who knows me knows how much I love this industry. It's my passion. I just can't get enough of it. And I'm incredibly lucky that I get to tell this industry's story. I get to travel the world and see so many of its amazing projects, hear so many of its amazing tales, and meet so many of its amazing people. The story of its mental health is one that I found really hard to tell. It's hit really close to home for me.
Making these films has really revealed to me the scale of the mental health problem in the construction industry. The statistics are shocking, but through the people I've met, it's clear that attitudes are starting to change, and that by having conversations like these, we are making a difference. It goes to show the power of what can be achieved if we get construction talking.
We're raising awareness of this issue through our Get Construction Talking initiative supported by Procore. You can get more information and links to support through our portal, podcasts and free events. We're also raising money for established construction mental health charities, helping lift them up, support them and enable them to do more to solve this problem. And we'd love a donation of any kind. It would be really, really appreciated. The most helpful thing you could do would be to start talking, to share this video series with your friends and colleagues to help raise awareness of this issue and help us take the first step.